TomoNews presents Don't Trust Everything on the Internet.
Creepy viral video turns out to be a hoax. A Missouri man posted this video, which has racked up close to 1 million views to YouTube over the weekend. Bruce Bainett claims to have arrived home from a weekend getaway at the Lake of Ozarks when he began to feel extreme pain in his right ear. As he investigates using his iPhone, the results, albeit a hoax, is literally skin crawling. A spider moves around in the man's ear. And while this scenario is 100% believable, the CGI was not. As one YouTuber with a sharp eye points out, the spider's legs don't actually cause Bruce's ear hair to move. So, as Bruce later revealed in his blog post, the entire thing was a carefully calculated ploy to get everyone talking about his sweet computer graphics company. Well played, Bruce. Well played.
Travel service just got better, or is it all just a hoax? Last week, New Express, a daily newspaper based in Guangzhou, released this video from an app called Youjiao, which means to make friends. The video features a young woman who explains that she has a dream of traveling around the world. However, she has one tiny little problem. She has no job and no money. Therefore, she is using this app to seek out a man in each city she visits who will pay for all her travel expenses. I mean, really wine and dine her like a real princess. Of course, they'd spend this time together having fun, and she says she's up for anything. She promises that they'll have a good time together, if you know what she means. She describes herself as well-mannered and slender. She also mentions that she's very skilled with her hands. But in addition to having the money and time to travel around the world, she also demands that the guy be a minimum of 175 centimeters tall, younger than 30, financially wealthy, and generous with all that wealth. Unsurprisingly, a lot of interested netizens have eagerly responded to her ad, only to discover that it was a promotional scam by the app Youjiao, and is only one in a series of promotional scams. So, to all those broken-hearted rich boys out there, better luck next time.
California man claims KFC sold him Kentucky Fried Rat. What does rat taste like? Kind of like chicken we hear. Deep fried chicken. Deep fried chicken from Kentucky, in fact. Devorise Dixon went to a Compton, California KFC on June 11th and ordered a 3-piece chicken tender set. But as he dug into his meal, he says he noticed one of the pieces was rather hard and rubbery, and it also appeared to have a tail. He then posted this picture on Facebook of what he claims is a deep-fried rat, which of course went Black Plague viral. Unsurprisingly, KFC has strenuously denied serving deep-fried rat, and the fast food giant says if you look at the picture from a different angle, it appears much less rat-like. And yeah, we have to admit, from this angle it does look like it could pass for chicken, or whatever mystery meat they're using these days. KFC even offered to pay to have the meat in question tested in a lab, but say they have not received a response from Mr. Dixon or anyone representing him. Do you think there's even a tiny possibility of KFC in California is serving rat? Now, deep-fried bat we might buy, but rat sounds fishy, or ratty, or something. China's futuristic elevated bus may just be an elaborate investment scam. China's much-hyped elevated bus, which last week completed a test run, may not only just be impractical and unfeasible, as many are saying. Website Shanghaiist reports China's state media now says the whole thing was an illegally funded project aimed at scamming investors. China's Global Times tabloid also attacked the thing's designer for having only an elementary school education. Nevertheless, the proposed Transit Elevated Bus, or TEB, is 22 meters long, 7.8 meters wide, and can carry up to 300 passengers. It runs on rails laid on ordinary roads and occupies 2 traffic lanes. Passengers board the bus through an elevated bus stop. It is powered by both solar power and electricity. Through a technology called relay charging, the bus receives electricity as it enters a bus station. The TEB straddles the road 2 meters above the ground, which allows smaller vehicles to pass below. It is equipped with sensors on its front, rear, and sides to warn vehicles to not get too close, and large vehicles to not pass below. The TEB development company says one bus could replace 40 conventional buses and could save 2,640 tons of carbon emissions. 4 buses could be linked together and operate in a train-like manner. The bus can reach a top speed of 60 kilometers per hour. However, the bus can only run on a mostly straight track and is unable to perform sharp turns. Although last week's test received wide media coverage, the thing only traveled 300 meters at a slow speed and without traffic beneath it. What's more, the city didn't even know about the test, let alone approve it. So this elevated bus, which is actually a train, may never get off the ground.
Fake ad tells iPhone users to charge their devices in the microwave. iOS 8 made quite the splash when it was released last week. The updated mobile operating system included a slew of new features for Apple's phones and tablets. And if you're to believe a hoax that's been floating around online in recent days, among those features is the ability to charge your iPhone using your microwave. iPhones are somewhat notorious for their poor battery life, and the scam feature, dubbed Wave, claims to give iOS 8 users, through literally unbelievable software updates, the ability to charge their phones wirelessly in a microwave oven. Now you'd think that anyone with half a brain would instantly recognize the ad for the sham it is, but that didn't stop the LAPD from issuing a tweet warning the public not to put a device largely made of anodized aluminium in their microwaves.
Cop criticized for posting fake Michael Brown photo. Kansas City police officer Mark Catron is in hot water for sharing a photo of an accused murderer he thought was Michael Brown. Catron posted a picture on his Facebook of a young black man pointing a gun at the camera with a stack of bills in his mouth and a bottle of alcohol next to him with the caption, "I'm sure young Michael Brown is innocent and just misunderstood. I'm sure he's a pillar of the Ferguson community. Only problem is that Brown isn't the one in the picture." The picture actually shows murderer suspect Joe Kane, who was accused of killing his great-grandmother in Oregon last year. Catron's idiotic actions are now under internal review by the Kansas City Police Department. Good thing to know cops can tell black people apart.
El Chapo vows to destroy ISIS over lost drug shipment. Mexico's most wanted drug lord Joaquin Guzman, aka El Chapo, has declared war on ISIS in an email to the leader of the Islamic State, threatening that his cartel will wipe them off the planet. Apparently, El Chapo is angry because ISIS destroyed one of his drug shipments in the Middle East. The Middle East is a booming drug scene for cocaine, ecstasy, and other party drugs due to the love of narcotics among some of the region's elite. And it appears Mexican drug cartels have been trying to get a piece of this action. ISIS fighters aren't really into the party drugs, meth is more their thing, so they've been destroying drug shipments from the cartels. This caused El Chapo to send a really angry email to the Islamist terror group. But maybe what El Chapo needs to do is get into the methamphetamines game and turn ISIS into some paying customers.
Woman with heartbreaking suicide story is actually a filthy liar.
Happy Friday, everybody. I just had this experience and it really touched home to me that no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, we are there for a reason.
Remember this Colorado rodeo coach, Paige Yore? She shared a heartbreaking story about a young Walmart cashier whose mother committed suicide on Black Friday. Well, that story is totally fake. Walmart said they investigated the incident extensively after receiving a ton of calls about the poor cashier. They've discovered that both the young man and his mother are in good health. As a result, online commentators have done a 180-degree turn on Yore, with many now calling her a liar and accusing her of posting the original fake story for the sole purpose of getting more social media followers. Yore doesn't seem to be showing any remorse. In the latest video posted on her YouTube channel, which she calls her motivational channel, she said she is going to take one more step toward her lofty goal of changing lives. We're not sure what that means, but okay. And in her interview with KRDO News Channel 13, she reiterated her experience was, quote, real, maybe in her fantasy. She added that she had nothing but good intentions in mind when she put out the fake video.
I'm here to inspire people, not here to cause any problems, not here. I was just a normal young girl from Idaho.
We would like to ask Yore the question posed by Twitter user Liwar30. How does it feel to be America's biggest liar?
Why do so many people think the Kim Kardashian robbery was faked? Even though French cops say Kim Kardashian was robbed of nearly 10 million euros worth of jewelry at gunpoint, Many online reckon the heist was faked or even staged. At Real Harris Kopik says, plot twist, Kardashian has an insurance policy, faked heist. While at CK Crime Fighter says it was a fake PR stunt hoax. Those nutty theories aside, questions do remain. Like, where's the surveillance footage from the hotel? And just how the heck did these armed robbers know where Kim K was? One theory being thrown around is that the heist was perpetuated by the Pink Panther Gang, a team of notorious European jewel thieves. Another, which we saw in a tweet that Heavy found, suggests Russia orchestrated it to distract people from the Donald's really bad week. But what's your take? Was the whole thing a hoax? Did Kardashian really get jacked? Want to know why we think people don't believe the Kim K heist? 'Cause Ryan Lochte.
Prettiest woman I've ever seen. Are you a model?
The video of this man waking up to see his hot wife has taken the internet by storm. But was it all just a fake? The too good to be true moment was captured expertly on film, with lifelike grogginess, by a man who once wanted to be a star. Headshots for Jason Mortensen in his acting CV have been doing the rounds since the video came out. Could the man behind the camera have been viral video prankster Jimmy Kimmel? Kimmel rocked the world with his twerking fire prank recently.
Thanks, Jimmy Kimmel.
All part of the job, ma'am.
Who knows what other viral videos Kimmel has had his hand in? Or is this really just the sweetest couple ever? You decide.
I'm your wife.
You're my wife?
Yeah.
Holy sh**.
Girl with scarred face thrown out of KFC? A hoax? You may have seen our story on Victoria Wiltshire a few days ago. She's the 3-year-old Mississippian who was mauled by her grandfather's 3 pit bulls in April. Nobody's questioning that story. 2 weeks ago, her grandmother, Kelly Mullins, told WAPT-TV that they were kicked out of a KFC by an employee because the little girl's face was disturbing customers. Now, what kind of a KFC employee would do such a thing? One that was likely conjured up out of Mullins' imagination to gain publicity. KFC was blasted on social media and people responded in person, hurling drinks and death threats at employees at the drive-thru. One other result of the publicity was that over $135,000 rolled into Victoria's GoFundMe page. KFC offered a public apology, donated $30,000, and promised an investigation. Well, what do you suppose they found? Mullins said they ordered a sweet tea and mashed potatoes, but receipts from May 15th show no such order with those 2 items on the same transaction. Surveillance videos from both Jack's and KFC's also showed no customers fitting the description of Mullins or Wiltshire. So was it a hoax? Not according to Victoria's family, who still stand behind their accusation despite all the evidence against them.
Australian cancer advocate faked illness to gain fame. Belle Gibson, the creator of the Whole Pantry app, admitted she never had cancer during an interview with Australian Women's Weekly. Gibson reportedly gained social media fame after she concocted a lie that she was battling brain cancer. Gibson also claimed that she had cured herself with whole foods and a healthy lifestyle. The Australian beauty then took advantage of her massive following and created the Whole Pantry app and its cookbook version, which earned her more than $1 million. Time did not let Gibson get away, however. Soon the web of lies that she built crumbled as the media and her own followers questioned her claims and revealed inconsistencies about her illness. After her cover was blown, she also revealed that any charity she had mentioned contributing to also did not exist. Gibson is now facing worldwide fury despite the good intentions of her health app. Many accuse her of having social media Munchausen syndrome and negatively impacting the image of alternative healing. Others condemn her for putting the lives of real cancer sufferers in jeopardy. According to Gibson, she is not asking for forgiveness and says accepting her mistake was the most responsible thing to do.
Attention-seeking gay man fakes his own hate crime. The people of Delta, Utah were horrified when they learned Rick Jones was the victim of multiple hate crimes. Yet, an investigation revealed that Jones had actually staged the attacks himself. The purported attacks began in April as the 21-year-old was closing up his family's pizza shop. Jones said the attacker carved the words "Die Fag" into his forearm and forced him to drink bleach. A few weeks later, Jones reported his home had been vandalized and attacked with a firebomb. His story went viral. A GoFundMe page to help with medical expenses brought in $12,000 from generous donors. One problem, however, the perpetrator in all of these crimes was Jones himself. A lawyer for Jones says his client spray painted his parents' garage and started the fire as a cry for help. He admitted to going all Tyler Durden on himself in the pizza shop and carving the words into his own arm. Jones comes from a conservative family of fundamentalist Baptists and only recently came out to his family. The GoFundMe money is being refunded to the original donors, and Jones is receiving mental health treatment. The Syrian Hero Boy video turns out to have been a hoax. When we watched the Syrian Hero Boy video last week, we were as much in awe as the other 3.8 million viewers who assumed the shaky video was genuine footage from the conflict in Syria. We found out this week that the video was actually filmed in Malta, where the little boy and girl work as professional actors. Lars Klevberg directed the independent film with a Norwegian film crew who received funding from the Norwegian Film Institute and the Arts Council of Norway. The motivation behind the production and the internet release of the film was to spur debate and urge action on behalf of innocent children all over the world who are affected by war, Klevberg said in a press release. Well, a debate has been spurred, mostly regarding the film crew's motivation rather than the subject of innocent children in war zones. Klevberg and his colleagues have cast doubt on the videos and photographs of real atrocities that have emerged from the Syria war, Human Rights Watch advisor Fred Abrahams said in a statement. The same set has been used in big-budget movies such as Troy and Gladiator.